So according to the FIA, half of the grid, 5 of the 10 teams, made changes to their wings due to the Flexiwing rule being tightened up in front of China. Now, of course, there are some more rule changes that are coming for the Spanish Grand Prix, but due to the things that the FIA found during the Australian Grand Prix, they tightened the wing, specifically the rear wing, when it came to the flexibility of it. And half the grid, 5 of the teams have made changes as a result, and it no doubt affected their performance, particularly down a long straight like the back straight of the Chinese Grand Prix. But let's have a look what's been said here, guys, and I'll give my thoughts at the end as always. Full article on the F1Chronicle.com. Half of the F1 grid had to make rear wing modifications amid a further FIA clampdown against excessively flexibility that applied from Shanghai. Some teams, namely McLaren, accused of cleverly using wing design to pass the FIA's test but create a mini DRS effect at speed, denied that any changes were required from the Chinese Grand Prix. Other reports suggest that Alpine and Haas were the teams that made the biggest changes, and interestingly, their performance was better. Go figure. But the FIA's single-seater boss, Nicholas Tombashis, revealed 4 of 5 teams had cars that did not meet the new requirements. I think that's meant to say 4 or 5 teams, because if it was 4 of 5, that would be 8 overall. Okay. In China, the FIA ordered that high-definition cameras be fitted to all cars in free practice to monitor flexibility beyond the static scrutineering test. There are no questions outstanding now, said Tombashis, but we will continue to use cameras. We combine the results of the load test and the data from the cameras to make sure we don't miss any tricks. At the moment, the FIA is satisfied with the approach of the teams to prevent rear wing flex. But we understand that the teams are always trying to get the best out of their cars, and we must remain vigilant. Our view is that the car that passes the FIA test is generally legal, unless it has hidden mechanisms or things based on non-linear properties of materials, temperature, and other such factors. In these cases, we intervene, and they have intervened when it comes to that. So yeah, around half the grid having to make changes to the cars, and yeah, everybody was saying that, you know, McLaren, they're going to be hit the most by this, but they look good. They look good. I mean, sprint qualifying, they weren't too amazing. The sprint race, not too great either. But you know, overall, they still got a 1-2, so they're looking pretty good despite that rule change. It is not the silver bullet that some people were hoping or expecting for. And these rule changes do sometimes impact the fastest car. Red Bull have had it over the years. Mercedes have had it over the years. Ferrari had it if you go far back enough as well. So yeah, McLaren are having it now, but so far they seem to have passed the first test. They have gone over the first hurdle without falling over themselves, so fair play to them. But yeah, your thoughts in the comments below, guys. Are we going to see another performance shake-up in Japan? It very much seems as though the pecking order is rather fluid this year and depends a lot on track to track because of the closeness of the field. Like, share, comment, subscribe as always, guys, if you want to see some more content on the world of Formula 1 just like this. And yeah, have a fantastic day ahead. See you very soon for some more news and opinions